Hello everyone, welcome to Journey with Jess. I am getting ready for church and I have a special guest, my beautiful niece. Say hi. Say, I'm just getting up. Have a kiss and a hug. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on in the kitchen. Looks like someone cleaned up. I don't think he wants to be on camera either. And I think it's smoothie time.
I wasn't even drinking.
Poppy didn't come and save you in your dream? And what's a Germanosaur, Kyrie? Why? But were you scared? I had a bad dream too.
I did it.
You didn't have a bad dream? What was in? So you slept good? I've been having bad dreams. I don't want to tell you because then you're going to be scared. Nope. Alright, so I'm making a smoothie because that's my favorite way to start the day. My dad is making oatmeal. And I had his oatmeal yesterday. It's delicious. So I'm going to get my smoothie to go, maybe grab some oatmeal, and then get on the road. So I just took the trash out. I'm trying to be a positive contributor to this household. So I'm about to head to church, and I wanted to cover a few different topics today. One thing that I wanted to cover was why you should leave home to go to college. Leave, I tell you. And how going to Old Dominion University was one of the best experiences that I've ever had. I also wanted to talk a little bit about my lock journey and just some of the things that I have coming up, so stay tuned. Okay, so I actually start now a little bit while my car is heating up. So I was actually joking. You don't have to leave your home state and go away to college because, as you all know, there's in-state tuition. And of course you want to save as much money as possible, and it's not absolutely necessary that you leave your home state to have a good college experience. That's just the bottom line. There are plenty of people who went to the same university that they were raised, the same state that they were raised in, and had a great experience. They may have stayed in that state, or they may have went away somewhere for their career. Typically, if you go to school in a state, you're most likely going to stay in that state because that's where you find your opportunities, internships, everything like that. So you don't have to, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is because my sister, is in the process of transitioning schools, and also I was talking to my cousin who's about to graduate high school just about like how you should go about choosing the university of your choice and the importance about making the decision for you. Like, people can give you advice, they can give you their opinions. Of course, you want to take into high consideration what your parents are saying and things like that. That is important. But ultimately, the decision is up to you. Ultimately, it is your life. Ultimately, you have to do what's best for you. And sometimes people will put their own fears on you and their own limitations on you based on what they understand or based on what they accomplished. And so that's why you have to be careful. I mean, I even tell my sister, even listening to me, I can only give you my perspective based on my understanding, based on what I've experienced. But you could even go higher and go better and go farther than what I did. So even take my advice with a grain of salt. Listen, get as much information as possible, but just know that at the end of the day, this is your life. You're going to be the one that is packing up all your stuff, moving into somewhere, that is new for you and that is different for you. So it's going to just be you ultimately. I'm not going to be there holding your hand. I'm not going to be going to classes with you. I'm not going to be in the social groups with you. It's going to be you. So yeah, I touched on a lot just then, and I'll touch on a little bit more. All right, so I just got to church, and I'm walking inside. As I was saying, you definitely don't have to go to, a school way off to have a good education and to also get a good experience. The reason why I say that, though, is because it pushes you out of your comfort zone. So for me, going to ODU, it pushed me to another capacity, and I realized things about myself that I think I wouldn't have. All right, so we just got out of church, and we got some cupcakes and some ice cream. I'm sitting here with Regine. She gonna introduce herself. Go ahead.
I'm Regine.
And what are we gonna do in a few weeks, girl?
Well, in a few weeks, we are, going to a girls' trip, in Virginia. We're gonna meet some nice young ladies.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna have fun.
She like, where y'all going? I'm gonna give her the scoop on the girls trip, y'all. Don't worry, like she can definitely come. But this is family. Okay, I have a confession to make. I am actually at McDonald's right now. Like, I'm still one of those people that eat here, but I only get quarter pounders, like the 100% real beef. I don't get none of that other stuff. Okay, so yes, I have my McDonald's. I'm gonna be eating and talking before I go into the store, and I'll explain in a sec where I'm at. So, going back to what I was saying earlier about college and how I have always thought it was significant to leave your home state and go away to college. And the reason why I say that is because going away to ODU pushed me out of my comfort zone. So, before I left to go, I was just little old sassy, that, I don't know, like, I had a sassy personality. I thought I knew everything and thought I was independent and could handle life. And I was also growing in my faith at that time. So leaving made me so uncomfortable. I had no one there that I knew. So I had to make new friends. Instantly, I bonded with my RA. Her name was Shanice. And we became really close. But I had to kind of step out of my comfort zone by leaving. But then also when I was there, I had to be okay with meeting new people and introducing myself and going to events and being social and even partying. Like, I remember walking down 42nd, 43rd. If you went to ODU, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you go to ODU, you know what I'm talking about. Walking down 42nd, 43rd, Killam Avenue, trying to find moves, trying to find parties, meeting people everywhere you go because the school's big. So you're continuously meeting people for the entire time that you're there at ODU. So meeting people wherever you go, trying to find where the move is, and just having a great time, but experiencing something that you've never experienced before and being around people that you never would have met if you did not leave your hometown. And that's what made it significant for me. So my sophomore year, I started ODU Connect Coalition, where we united different organizations together and put on events together and collaborated and things like that. But I would have never done that. I would have never had the courage to do something like that, or even be able to believe in myself enough to do it if I didn't leave what was familiar to me. Like, when you're in your home state and when you're in your hometown, I mean, you're around your family. You're around people who know your past. You're around people who know what you've come from, who know what you're like. So when you're around them, you're constantly reminded of who you are at that time. You don't think about who you have the capacity to evolve to be. All you're thinking about is, this is who I am. This is who they expect me to do. This is what they expect me. This is who they expect me to be and what they expect me to do. So I'm just going to do that. And it's really hard. It's much harder to break out of a mold when you're around the same people in the same environment. Then when you leave to go somewhere new, it's almost like you are open to discovering yourself and discovering new things because you're in a new place. So it's very important that you go to different places and meet different people and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, so I have my quarter pounder, and trust me, by the time I get done with it, you're gonna want one yourself. Anyways, yeah, like, doing that, stepping out and doing that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. But the thing that I really want to emphasize is it's not that you have to leave your home state. That's not necessarily true, because what's uncomfortable for me or what's comfortable for me may be different for somebody else. We may not have the same comfort zones. So for somebody going to their community college, getting up every day and driving to class and being on time for class and doing assignments, that may be uncomfortable for them. It's really about what your comfort zone is, and it's about stepping out and doing something that's uncomfortable. Me doing this YouTube channel is uncomfortable. Me talking to a phone is uncomfortable, but I know that the things that I can say can be beneficial for somebody. If I can say things about my experiences that could help somebody or help deter somebody from making certain decisions, to me, it's worth it. So when you are making your decisions about college, don't make your decisions based off all the things that people say make your decisions off. Don't make your decisions off your major. Don't make your decisions off of what you're interested in, where you want to be, what you think would be great. Like, you feel like those should be the things that you make your decisions off of. But the issue is, you don't even know what you like. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know where you want to be. You don't even know what you want to major in. Like, when you're a senior in high school, like, you have no idea who you want to be, where you want to be, who you want to be around. Like, you're still evolving. And so you're going to find yourself when you get to the place, when you get to the college, when you take that leap of faith, when you take that leap out of your comfort zone. So it's like you can make decisions based off those things, but realize all those things are going to change. Like, some people have a major their freshman year and they finish with that major, and then they go to grad school and masters to get their master's or doctorate, and they're still on that same course. That's very rare. Actually, I can't think of one person who's done that. Like, I can't think of one person. Everybody I know that have went to college, gotten their first degree or gotten their second degree, they changed their major. They changed their career path. They changed the place that they were. They changed their locations. Like, all those things are going to change. Those, like, really important. See if they're looking at me. Never mind, you can't see because it's too much light, but all those things have changed. And, you know, it can be misleading to make decisions based off those things because you're not sure of anything at that age. Coming straight out of high school, it's really difficult to be sure of anything. I mean, honestly, what point in your life are you absolutely sure of everything? Like, I really don't know. I don't think there's really a point where you're sure of everything. You're sure about your education. You're sure about your career. You're sure about your relationships. You know this, you know that. I mean, you honestly, at every point of your life, are still learning and discovering things about yourself and about life. So at that age, you definitely aren't sure because you're constantly changing. So I think I've drilled in that point pretty good. So the lesson is leave. Whether you're a college student, whether you're at a job, whether you're just in your hometown, whether you have been in the same place for 20 years, church, whatever, leave. Go somewhere new. Discover more. Meet other people. Like, don't ever be comfortable with where you are. Because, I mean, if you're comfortable with where you are, then you're comfortable with who you are and just staying that person for the rest of your life. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I want to keep getting better every day. Like, I want to keep discovering myself, loving myself, adding things to myself, subtracting things to myself. I want people around me to boost things that are good and to starve things that are not good in me. Like, that's just how my perspective is in going throughout life. And so I think in making any decision, keeping that in mind, like, you're going to experience the most amount of growth in a situation that makes you uncomfortable. Okay, so now that has been established, I'll tell you guys where I am. So I'm actually in Lewis, Delaware. I'm at the Tanger outlets. That's why I said out. But yeah, so I'm going to Victoria's Secret, probably Love Pink specifically. And the reason why I'm going shopping today is because I have a photo shoot coming up this Tuesday. and I just want to do a professional photo shoot. I'm not trying to go into modeling or anything. I just want to do like a photo shoot and take professional pictures for my professional portfolio. I'm in law school. I have this channel and I have a few different ministries, so it's kind of like I want to present myself a little bit more official, you know, not just selfies on my Instagram and Facebook page. And if I'm applying for a job, I want people to see that I'm legit, like I'm not a joke out here, take me serious. So anyway, that's what this photo shoot is going to be about. But it's also going to be footage for my YouTube channel. So I'm going to have like a lot of different outfit changes in this photo shoot so that it can be suitable for different purposes. So I'm at Pink right now because I'm going to get me a new jumpsuit, and that will be for my channel. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do the intro video. At this point, by the time you watch this video, I already have my intro done, so hopefully you think it's bomb. But as I'm recording this, I don't know what I'm doing yet for my intro that is kind of going to be played on all of my videos. So hopefully I can think of something creative and that grabs people and that people love, and we'll see. So journey with me as I go shopping today, and let's see what we can find. All right, so I just spent about $95 on a pink sweatsuit, and I'm just like, you know, was it really worth it? Is it really that serious? So it's gonna be one of those kind of days, because that was just one of the things that I have to get. I did not mention this, but I also have an interview on Tuesday for a daycare position. Here's the catch. So I need to be at this daycare because my son could attend he can be watched at the daycare while I'm there as well, working, making money. And so it's like a 2-for-1, a twofer. My interview is Tuesday, so I need to go buy a whole suit. Yeah, it's a daycare assistant position, but I need a whole suit for this daycare assistant position. Yeah, I've worked in law firms and been in court and did all those things, and if I had to wear a suit for that, I gotta wear a suit for this. It doesn't matter. Alright, you guys, so I definitely went a little bit overboard. I went to Children's Place and got Kamari some clothes. He's getting so big, so I just buy him 6 months to 9 months stuff because he's only a little over 2 months, but his size is about that big. So, and plus he needs to grow into it. I'm not wasting no money out here. So I'm starting to definitely get a little bit tired. It's been a long day, but I want to find some shoes. So I'm going to Rack Room Shoes. I don't know if I want to find some booties or like some heels. We'll see. So I actually got some Vans. These are actually my first pair of Vans. I thought they were like so cute, and I love like this blush brown color. But Rack Room Shoes actually had a deal, so I'm headed to the other store to get a pair of heels for 50% off. So I had actually tried on 2 pair of heels. They're nude heels, so I'll show them to you once I get them from the other store. But one pair of the heels like this short, and people laugh at heels like that, but actually for law school they prefer that your heel only be about that high. I don't even know how many inches that would be. I guess like 1.5, 2 inches. But yeah, like for interviews and even when you're a full-time attorney. Let me just relax for a second. At interviews and when you are a practicing attorney, they prefer that your heels, you know, are only about that high. It looks more professional. A lot of times they feel like it looks tacky, or that you feel like it's a fashion show, or you're taking your career as a joke when your heels are any more higher than that. However, there was another pair of nude heels, and I'll actually show you guys when I get into Rack Room Shoes into the other store, and I get the other pair. I'll show you the pair that I will buy. And that heel is probably like a little bit higher, maybe like that, and I think that I can get away with it. It still looks very professional. It's not anything obnoxious, so I definitely want to go a little bit higher, and I think I can get away with it. But I'll show them to you, and for those of you who are lawyers or who are pursuing law, let me know what you think. Alright people, so I am home. I actually had a nap. I was exhausted. I didn't realize how tired I was. But I did want to keep my promise to you all and talk about my lock journey a little bit. So I was trying to remember when I first started, like when I had my starter locks. It was about August. The beginning of August is when I started. And you see them now, but in the beginning, they're just like coils. So they're like literally just like coils. You gotta come back. You gonna be back? You gotta give people a way to get to it. Well, just tell us what it is. Come on. I'll put the link in my comments. She thought she was gonna like get away with it, but she's not. And then this is like really hard, but the camera's right there. I always like look here.
Okay. Hello everyone. I just like 10 minutes ago released the second episode of my podcast, Grow, Glow, and Sew. So you said you're gonna post it in the link thing.
You know what? I can only do so much with one hand. But yeah, I'm gonna post the link to her second podcast in the link below in my comments.
Stay tuned.
What's it called?
I Have It All Together.
Yeah. Alright, thanks.
Bye.
So, Kyrie, are you being appropriate? Anyway, so as I said, I started my lock journey in August, and like I said, they were like coils. So in the beginning, they don't look like locks. They're literally like coils. I don't know how else to say it. And if you got good hair, they look so good. When he started them, he like cut a lot of my dead ends, so my hair was like really short. And I was still debating on whether I was going to like lock my hair, but since it was so short, I was like, well, I mean, what else are you gonna do with your hair now? So that's how it started. And then time went on, and every 2 weeks I went back to him. His name is Corey Collins, by the way. Corey the hair transformer. I went back to him every 2 weeks. He's in Smyrna, Delaware, and I was getting it retwisted. So what he did was he washed my hair first, and then he retwisted each one, pinned it down, put me under the dryer, and then sometimes I would get it styled afterwards, sometimes I wouldn't. But the main thing with Corey that I love, even when I used to have a silk press, like he doesn't use a lot of products. So like my locks never are like gooky, like that's the best word I could think of. Like he didn't use like lock gel and all these different gels and stuff to hold them down. Like he just let them be free and like bounce and stuff. And that's what I really liked, because it kept my hair clean. And I wanted my locks to just be fresh. Like that's why I call them locks, not dreadlocks. Like I wanted them to be fresh. I wanted my natural hair texture to like show through them. So hopefully you can see that a little bit. But anyway, I went every 2 weeks, and then like he'll just keep going. And it took, they're locked, like they're pretty much locked now, but it took 4 or 5 months for them actually to lock. So I liked that about it, because I could still decide, like, do I really want to do this? Do I not? Do I really want to do this? Do I not? But the biggest thing of why I like kept going with my lock journey is because I wanted to commit to it. Like my personality, I'll pick stuff up and drop it. I'm sorry, I probably still look like I just woke up, because I did. But anyway, like I pick stuff up, drop it, pick it up, drop it. Like if I commit to something, it means a lot to me. And so I just wanted to like commit to my hair journey and not give up, even though like sometimes I just wanted my hair to be out or straight or wear a weave or something like that. I could still like throw a wig on if I really wanted to. But anyways, that's why I hung in there, just to commit. It meant more to me than just hair. Like it's something that you said you're going to do and you actually follow through with it. And now my hand is hurting. I'm going on Tuesday to get them retwisted, but they like are really thick right now because I basically washed it and tried to twist it on my own and failed. I just couldn't make them look as sleek and like neat as he does. So I was like, okay, he tried to save some money. Plus he was like all booked, so I couldn't book with him. But it was a fluke. So like they just look thick, and I like how like when he does them, they just look really sleek. That's like the best word I could think of, and like really neat. But when I do them, they look frizzy. So on Tuesday before my photo shoot, I'm gonna get him to retwist them and style them for the shoot. Another reason why I stuck with my lock journey is because I'm not like the type to like want to spend like 1 to 2 hours doing my hair and makeup and all of that. Like I really don't like spending a lot of time on stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, just my personality. Like I just wanted something like a lot more convenient. Plus I was pregnant with Kamari, and I was like, I'm not gonna have time to do my hair. Like I don't want hair to be a thing for me to stress about. And that's really true. Like I really don't have time for stuff like that. So it just helps. I'm about to go downstairs and see who that is. And I'm about to eat. So thank you for journeying with Jazz, and have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day you watch this. All right, y'all, bye.